afternoon and good evening, good morning, and possibly good night to wherever you are watching us live in Metaforce AMA Live today in our official chat on Telegram. Today we are going to be holding a live AMA to give us some special updates and the community to be informed on the recent update that has been going on within our ecosystem. Today, hosting this particular AMA today, I have co-host, which happens to be the top Metaforce team in our global community. I'm going to be introducing some of our Metaforce team today that will be joining us for this particular AMA session. Here in the house, I think we have handsome Mr. Anthony from Nigeria. Mr. Anthony, you can say hi to everyone.
Hi, community. Pleased to meet you all again.
Okay, we also have Mr. Verma from India. So, Mr. Verma, can you say hi to everyone?
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to meet everyone again.
Okay, that's nice. And I think I'm also expecting to see other people, other Metaforce team. Let me see if they are actually online. And if they are not, then we can actually move on. And I believe that as we keep progressing, some of the Metaforce team is are going to join us as we are going forward. So please, I would like to see if we have Lady Sabina from Italy, if she's on.
I think Sabina will join us shortly. Lina should be in the house at the moment.
Okay, fine. Okay. Well, that's good. We are good to go. Okay, I think we actually approaching that particular target I initially said. I was actually saying we are going to start this meeting when we have about 400 to 500 participants live on our AMA today. But I think we're approaching that, so it's actually a good thing. And good afternoon once again. I remain your host for this particular AMA session, and I have a lot of top teams. Today, we want to talk about special updates and review. And first of all, I would like to give you some intro into what today it's going to be all about. Now, for some time now, most times we've had series of updates, and we had series of processes and involving some of our programs and some of our products. And most people I love to reference the royalty NFT, which happens to be one of the most prominent talked about program for a couple of weeks right now. Now, we're looking at the royalty NFT. This has been one of the program of Metaforce, which is a status program that allows people and community who owns certain NFTs, which are royalty NFTs, to be able to qualify to receive royalty bonuses. So with the introduction of the royalty program, a member of the Metaforce community who have minted and acquired these particular NFTs and have charged these NFTs to become status NFT. By status NFT, I mean from level 1 NFT to level 7, okay? So by the time a user who might have acquired these NFTs and then charged these NFTs up with enough energy, this particular NFT will be eligible to receive royalty bonuses. Now, aside from these particular royalty bonuses that is paid to these users who own Shorts NFTs, the possibility of being able to trade these NFTs on the open market, like the OpenSea and other ones, will also be available to these users of these NFTs. So the royalty NFT is a very awesome program from Metaforce that allows you to earn passive income and allows you to benefit from the NFT industry. Okay, so that being said, I believe if you're actually joining us for the first time, you can have a little bit knowledge on what royalty NFT is all about. In case you don't really understand all what we're saying here, you can refer back to our academy, which is live on our website. You can get a whole lot of information. You can check out our official YouTube channel, and then you can see a whole lot of videos that you can watch to learn about the royalty program and the royalty NFT. For the purpose of trying to save time, we are not going to focus on going back to talk about royalty program from the beginning. We are just going to be focused on today the update and the processes that is involved as of now and what is demanded or required from the users of this program to embark on to be part of this income opportunity. So today I would love to invite one of our Metaverse team to give us a very brief summary. Sorry, okay. Okay, I would love to invite one of our Metaforce team to give us a brief summary of the requirements that each user must meet before he or she can acquire an NFT in Metaforce. Assuming you are joining Metaforce today and you have not owned your royalty NFT, what are the requirements? What are the steps a user need to embark before he or she can acquire the first NFT in the way? I'll invite Mr. Verma from India to give us a very brief illustration. I believe in 1 minute he should be able to do this. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
If any new participants are joining and they want royalty NFT, first thing is they need a royalty NFT of version 3, whether if they are buying it from the OpenSea or if they want to mint the royalty NFT, then they have to get into the level 5 of Tactile and level 3 of Unite first to mint a new royalty NFT. And that should be of at least level 1. They have to get to the level 1 NFT from where the income starts.
Okay, thank you so much. Right there, that was actually brief enough. It says you need to have up to level 5 on our classic and tactile program, and then you need to have up to level 3 on our Uniteverse program to qualify to be able to mint our Just NFT. So this option to mint NFT is entirely free for users. Okay, is entirely free for users. Okay, first of all, I'm going to ask the next question to Mr. Anthony. If he's on right now, Mr. Anthony, having known that for a new user to get NFT, it needs to be level 5 in classic program and level 3 in the Uniteverse program. Now, having acquired these particular NFTs through this process, what is the next thing? How can users charge up these NFTs? And what are the means that users can be able to acquire the assets that they need to charge up these NFTs based on the explanation that they've actually heard previously? Over to Mr. Anthony.
At the moment, you can only charge your NFT with SFC and SFC2. Plus, for those of you who have already acquired some coin set from the Uniteverse program, you also have the opportunity to receive free energy tokens. So this energy token also can be used to upgrade your NFT.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Anthony. That was very sharp there. So you can see that when you have acquired these NFTs, the system has other means or other activities you can actually engage in, such as metrics marketing, such as a purchase of products within the Metaforce ecosystem. And as you engage in some of these activities, you receive energy. Some come in form of incentives, or in form of a buyback or a cashback that you can actually use to charge up your NFTs to become status NFTs. Thank you so much for that particular explanation. Today we have a very special session today in our MA, and that's going to be a quiz session. So we are not going to spend time today in introduction or giving you a specific topic today. We are going to be focused on the quiz session today. And before we get to the quiz session, we have to move briefly to the a question session, the question and answer session. We will only be attending to at least 4 questions or at most 4 questions today. And we believe that by the time we go through the quiz session, most of your questions, most of your concerns, must have already been talked about. So if you have questions and you are not being called, I would advise you to relax, because some of the questions that we have on the quiz session will most likely answer all your questions, if not all. So I will go to the question and answer session, where I'm going to give about, I think, 4 people opportunity for you to ask your questions, and then we can move directly to the quiz session. Thank you so much. Okay. So over here we have Uday Chauhan. You can ask your question. Uday Chauhan.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
First of all, I can hear you.
To you and all Metaforce family. Sir, I have a question about royalty NFT. Can I say?
Okay. Yes, you are free.
Sir, I haven't two IDs. First of my and one of my father. My ID is 10 level and my father ID is 11 level. I have an activator NFT because I achieved that. I have 10 levels in tactile program, and my father have 11 level and they have 10,000 to 10,240 10,240 SFCs because they have 11 level. But they make two activator NFT, and for third activator NFT they less 260 SFC coins. So I can send my activator NFT to my Trust Wallet ID to my father Trust Wallet ID and then merge that and qualified supervisor level. But the reputation shows 67% only. So sir, please say what I do because all NFTs are my hard work. I can't purchase NFT from anywhere.
Okay, I got your question. I got your question. You are specifically saying that you've acquired activator NFTs, and then your dad also has some activator NFTs, which was actually upgraded, and at some point you transferred activator NFT from your account to his account to be able to mesh and get a supervisor NFT in the
Yes, sir.
process. Then
Yes,
along
sir.
the line, you said you are having a lower level of reputation and you are
Yes, sir.
concerned with how legitimate and how this can be true that you have a lower reputation. I would love to ask you one question before I give you more answers. Have you engaged in purchasing assets like NFTs or just NFTs or any other NFT in the marketplace? Have you purchased or your dad has purchased any NFT on the open market?
No, sir. No, I can't purchase NFT from any open market.
Okay, so you're saying you have not purchased and your dad have not
Yes, sir.
purchased. Now, what I can tell you, if what you're saying now is that you haven't purchased NFTs and your dad hasn't purchased NFTs, you should be able to send us a support case because now the aspect of the royalty NFTs and the regulations of the reputations that we have right now, each individual cases is being attended to individually based on the situation. So the support system, the developers are looking at each case is different because you are also maybe having a different case. So we are not going to be using the same method of attending to other users to be looking at your case right now. So if you are actually certain that you are having problem with your reputation and you feel that you shouldn't, you should send your wallet address first. You can contact any admin to drop your wallet address and drop details of your dad's wallet address, and the ones you sent the NFT from your own wallet, just provide us with the two wallet address. Then we are going to look into this and forward it to the technical team. If at all these NFTs doesn't have a reason to have a lower reputation, this issue is going to be sought out. But I will advise you to give us some time because we have a whole lot of cases to sort out, and this is going to take some time. So you need to have some patience when you send this information to us for this particular thing to be reviewed adequately. Is that okay?
Sir,
Can you do that?
sir, one way I want to say something more. If you give me permission, then I say you.
Okay.
Sir, can
okay.
I tell? Sir, I send you my contact address and my father contact address. Both are in your Telegram account personally, and Anthony sir and H Verma sir.
Okay.
Both I send you, and I made ticket only, and also I sent Sabina ji, Sabina ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
What you're saying?
Okay.
I
Sorry,
think Anthony wants to say something.
If I can just add to that, so to make it faster. So to make it faster, you don't need to write to any of us. Just go to your back office and use the help button. Use the help button to submit a ticket to support. Provide all the details, the link to your NFT, your wallet address. Then if you have a screenshot and all that, just drop them to support. The issue will be resolved, but you have to exercise patience like Smart just mentioned because we have a whole lot of cases that we need to deal with.
Yeah, sir. Okay. I already make ticket and I already send screenshots on support. Already.
If you've done that, just exercise patience. The issue will be looked at because, like he said, we are looking at each case on its own merits. So if we, at the end of the day, it is observed that actually you didn't buy from the OpenSea, or the NFT you have from your own activity, the issue will be fixed. I can assure you.
Yes, sir. Because sir, I cannot purchase any NFT from OpenSea. If I purchase, then this is my mistake. But I can create all NFT in my hard work. Both are my
That, that, that,
IDs,
that,
my father parents'
that,
IDs.
that's fine. We've taken note of your issue. So we have a lot of other people waiting on the line to ask questions.
Yeah,
Don't
sir.
worry,
Okay,
your issue will be treated.
Thank you, sir, for giving your time.
Over to
Yes, sir.
Rajan. Rajan, you can ask your question, Rajan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. My question is that now people are purchasing from the Forcecoin's energy, right? So can that people will able to get the first month royalty with energy tokens?
Sorry, can you repeat that question, Antonio? Did you get the
Yes, sir.
question?
Yes, sir. With energy, can we get the first month royalty, energy tokens from the Universe program?
Yes, with your energy token, you can upgrade your NFT, but you need a minimum of 3,500 to reach activator, and 3
Yes, sir.
activator to reach the next level.
So these people can join with the tactile people. So they will allow into the first month royalty itself.
Sorry?
They will add into the first month royalty itself, right?
Yes, once you have charged your just NFT to activator status, definitely you get your royalty. As long as your NFT is charged before the first payment, you will receive a royalty, but the NFT has to be in version 3, as you know.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm asking. Will I get activator if I have 3,500 energy?
Yes, why not? If you have 3,500 energy, charge it to your NFT, and then you get royalty based on your level.
Okay, is that the option is available right now?
Yes, you can use your energy right now.
Yeah, okay, sir. That's what I'm asking. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay,
one second. Can we merge the previous SFC and new energy tokens right now?
If you have old SFC, charge it to your NFT. If it's not enough, you can complete it with your energy token.
Okay.
Once you open your NFT, scroll down to where you have a merge by currency. You see the section for SFC. If you have SFC, impute it, upgrade. Then go down. You see the section for SFC2. If you have SFC2 token, impute it. Then go down. If you have energy token, you also see the box where you have to enter the amount of energy. But altogether, you should have 3,005 to reach activator.
Yeah. It's the second question. As the previous guy already asked. So one of my teammates, I made a team of 30 people from royalty eligible. In those, only 2 members got like reputation is less. They are asking like backed by 700 day, or else something you need to go for the energy tokens. Like they are eligible for royalty. They have activator. Even though they are like given an option like backed by 700 day, reputation is low. Rest of the people like having a reputation 100%. Only 2 people.
If they back up their reputation and they have 100%, which means they are in version 3, they will receive royalty. They will receive royalty. But if their reputation is below 100%, they will not be paid.
Okay. So I have to raise the complaint. That's it, right?
Yes, they need to upgrade it to 100% reputation.
Yes, sir. Thank you. One last question. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Come on. Speak out, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, no, I was saying if I understood.
I want to know, sir.
Yeah, I got it. And one more thing is like, can we expect in 10 days the royalty payout?
Sorry?
As soon as most of the glitches are solved, problems are solved, the royalty will start. We think it's about half of July, but first we have to solve all the problem of the participants, okay?
Yeah, and one more thing is this royalty payouts will affect the Forcecoin open market release? The date won't alter, right? Forcecoin open market date. We expected August ending. Forcecoin open market launch. As you
First
said in the
coin.
previous meeting. Yes, sir.
First coin, yes, August, September. It depends on us, actually. The quicker we sell all the 80% of the first coin in multi-mining periods, and the sooner first coin will be launched in open market. It depends on community.
Sure, sir, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, everyone. This is where we're going to wrap up the question and answer session. We don't have enough time, and we have a lot to discuss with you. I am very sure, like I said earlier, that before we must have exhausted our quiz session, most of your answers may have been answered. So I would like you to hold on. If you think you still have more questions, I believe that there will be an opportunity to ask more questions after the quiz session. We are trying to go according to what the plans we have, according to the plans we have today. So please bear with us and keep your questions, because I can see a whole lot of people are so eager to ask questions right now. So we are going to get to that part. So over now, we are going to be moving to the next session, which is going to be our first quiz on an AMA today. It's going to be one of the first time we are doing a quiz today. So it's just like a quiz. So we are going to be throwing up some questions to the Metaforce team. And I believe that they have some wonderful answers to give to these particular questions. So I would like to officially welcome the team that is going to be on this particular quiz session. And over to Lady Sabina Perrazzoli from Italy. Today I have to pronounce all your names today. You can say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone. I'm very glad to be here with all of you. I'm very glad to answer to all your doubts, complaints, and all the rest.
Okay, and over to Anthony from Nigeria, as handsome as always. You can say hi.
Hi, once again, community. We are here to clear your doubts.
And over to Mr. Verma from India, always looking like the computer tech. And of course, you see it in him all the time. You can say hi.
Hello, community, once again. And you are going to receive a lot of your questions answers today with us, and it is going to make your vision even clearer, and we are going to work really too big with this Metaforce family.
Okay, thank you so much. So today we are going to be looking at a special update and a review. And our most special topic today is going to be mostly focused on royalty program and, of course, other also parts of Metaforce ecosystem. I know a lot of people have been asking several questions, and every single day, I believe that all the admins receive almost 100 to, can I say 1,000 messages per day on royalty NFT, royalty NFT, royalty NFT. The thing is that the word royalty is enough to cause this kind of the delightful pleasure of interest. The reason is because we are dealing with royalty. And you know very well when they say something is royal, it means it is exclusive. It means it has to be something that only the elite people need to be a part of it. So Metaforce community itself is a big community, but then the community of royalty owners is also different. So not everyone in Metaforce will have opportunity to be part of royalty program. It is very certain in life. One thing in life is everyone cannot do everything at the same time. It is one bitter truth that most times we ignore, but it is reality. So now looking at royalty, a lot of things has been happening that has to do with involvement, introduction of different versions of this royalty NFT. Remember from the start of our discussion, I told you what royalty NFT was, and I told you the involvement of royalty NFT in the Metaforce ecosystem. I went on to discuss and ask some of the team to tell you how you can acquire royalty NFTs. Now, from the onset of this development, we have seen different versions of royalty NFT, ranging from version 1, version 2, and currently we are in version 3. Most times, in summary, one would ask, why do we have many versions of royalty NFTs? Why is it that we have version 1, version 2, version 3? Now, the intentions of this particular royalty NFT is to create a system that allows the people who are part of the royalty program to receive bonuses. And that means these particular bonuses need to be backed up by a product form, need to be backed up by a certain fund that's supposed to qualify the income that these NFTs will receive. And that means everything has to go as planned. That means everything has to be perfect. It has to be according to the intentions and the initial purpose why this particular program was designed. Now, from the within these processes, the system has witnessed a lot of activities leading to beliefs that many people may have tried to go through other ways to acquire assets which they used to be involved in the royalty program. And this did not allow the real intentions or the initial intentions why royalty program was designed to be effective. And so there was a need to ensure that this process was corrected and these particular errors that was found was looked into. And so the system brought about different measures to curb these particular processes and malpractices that was found in the system to ensure that the program works smoothly. So the idea of the versions is to create a uniqueness of these NFTs, okay? Is to create what? A uniqueness of these NFTs, at the same time ascertain the value of these NFTs. So with the versions, we have been able to identify the real NFTs. We have also been able to identify the NFTs that have a certain values that should be accepted within our royalty program. So the onset and the introduction of the versions was a process to ensure that all NFTs that are part of these royalty programs are unique and also have the value which they are needed. It's a whole lot of talk, it's a whole lot of discussion. I'm not going to spend much time to tell you the processes and more. You can refer back to our official channel to get your hands on our videos, and then you can read more about these NFTs. So today we are going to be going over to a quiz session where I'm going to be going on through some selected questions. You know, over the past weeks, we the Metaforce team have tried to look at some of the areas that is affecting our community. We've done some research and we've come up with some quiz questions that could be very interesting to you and clear lots of misinformation and make sure that our community is well informed about the updates that has gone that has been going on and the update that is currently on right now. So today in the house, I'm going to be asking each of the Metaforce team questions, and they will be answering these questions. And I'm very, very sure that the best correspondent actually is supposed to be celebrated for this. I think it can be anyone. So it's a quiz session. Of course, somebody has to be commended for his answers. So over to Lady Sabina. Lady Sabina from Italy, I want to start from you. I think you are the favorite lady for today, and you are live in our show today. Yes, you are the favorite and the only lady, but of course we do have another lady in the house, so it's good to have you. Now, I would love to start with the contest. I would love to start with the contest. You know, recently we've had the introduction of the Metaforce Marathon contest, and a whole lot of people has been involved in this. We have several people, several communities, they've uploaded content. So I would love to ask you, this particular result is going to be announced. When is it going to be announced officially?
Okay, the fact is that anyway, to watch all the videos, to watch it well, give the right rewards, it takes time. So the thing is that as soon as the videos will be watched, the winner will be announced. That's the fact. Each video is being watched carefully. And there are lots of videos, more than 500. So try to understand, community, that it needs time to be checked, but they are there, close to be, the winner is close to be announced.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
We're doing all the best.
Okay, so what Sabina is trying to say is that this particular contest is being worked on actively, and the team is currently ensuring to review these videos and these contents to come up with the best possible winner for this competition. So the team responsible for that is not sleeping. They're active and they are working towards ensuring that we can get the winners very, very soon. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So I think I'm going to go over to Anthony. Anthony, I would love to ask you a question. You know, there's been a lot of concerns. There has been a lot of concerns, some alleged situations where people would ask that now that the migration of the NFT version 3 is being implemented, are we expecting to have version 4? I mean, we've seen version 1, we've seen version 2, we've seen version 3, and it is currently being implemented. So are we expecting to have version 4 soon after version 3? The community would love to know. Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah, absolutely will be no need for version 4 because version 3 as it is perfect. So it's impossible for people to cheat. But we're only able to do that at the beginning of the start of the program. So at the moment, a lot of security measure has been implemented such that it is impossible for people to cheat with the current version 3 NFTs. So there will be no version 4.
Okay, thank you so much. Anthony, I still have to ask you a question there. I want to ask you, when is if official information is going to be released that will also encourage people to buy and sell NFTs on the OpenSea marketplace? I think there has been some certain information pertaining to buying and selling of NFTs, most specifically NFTs version 3 on the OpenSea. So when are we expecting this information? Are we right to start engaging in these activities? Please, you can tell us.
The official link will be released any moment from now, let's say today or tomorrow, but we just want to be careful to ensure that the mistakes of the past is not repeated. So once we are sure that everything is right, so we'll release the link, and those who want to sell their NFT will be able to do so, but they can only trade on version 3 NFT. So you can only buy or sell version 3 NFT. Version 2 NFT will not be tradable.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I still want to make you a serial correspondent today by asking you about 3 questions in a row. Hopefully, I want you to be the best quiz correspondent for today's AMA session. So I'm going to be asking you a question. It's a very important question, a very, very important question. I'm very sure a lot of people are eager to hear this particular question. Now, when should the participants expect the payment of royalty bonuses? I'd love to start with big questions today. That's for Anthony.
Hello?
Yeah, we are with you, sir.
Okay. As regards the payment, if not for the issues that we have currently, the payment was supposed to, take place. The first payment was supposed to come up this week. It was scheduled to happen this week, but because of the implementation of version 3, a lot of participants have issues. So they've written to technical support. They've submitted their tickets, and their tickets are being reviewed. So we don't want anybody to miss out. We want to ensure that these cases are treated before the first payment begins. But we are expecting that by middle of this month or thereabouts, the first payment will be effected.
Okay, thank you so much. I think Anthony is making some key points, and I can pick one highlight from his statement. He's saying towards maybe he's trying to give us a range and expectation. Looking at the mid of July, we are going to be having some good news or positive news on the expectations of the payment of royalty bonuses. That's a good one there. I'm very sure a lot of people are very excited to hear something like that. So the reasons this particular payment is being delayed is to allow a lot of people to go through the migration processes and ensure that everyone is carried along. But that doesn't mean that we're going to wait for them forever. So it also means that you need to buckle up and ensure that you do the right thing at the right time so that you can be part of this particular wonderful program. I think I'm going to try to change some things a little bit, and maybe we're talking about NFTs. Let it not be like today is like NFT AMA. So let me try to change the question. I would like to ask Sabina a question. Okay, when can participants use their SFCR and their SFCR2 to pump NFT? That question is for Sabina.
I'm prepared. I mean, actually, SFCR and SFCR2 are almost ready to be used. As soon as all the debugs of NFT royalty will be solved, SFCR and SFCR2 will be enabled. So we just need to resolve some debug from the NFT royalty, and then we can use them. Moreover, because SFCR and SFCR2, as we were told, that we could use them if baked from the same amount of energy that we acquired with CoinSet, okay? So even if you use the energy now to pump your NFT, this energy will be counted later when SFCR and SFCR2 will be enabled, okay? I hope I've been clear on this.
Yes, let me also ask you a question there, Sabina, with respect to still SFC and the SFCR. I would love you to still clarify some things for our community to understand. So I'm going to be asking you a question about the SFCR and SFC2. You know, on before now, we had some understandings that this particular product will be backed up by the energy token. So a lot of people are concerned with the fact that if the participants use their current energy tokens to pump NFT now, will the same volume of energy be used into account when backing up the SFCR and the SFCR2? Like what I mean by that, if I use it now to pump
Mark,
the energy token, so in future, will it be? So you can talk. You can tell us more.
Yes, I've just said it actually with the first answer that, of course, they will be counted. So you can use the energy now, but still that energy will be counted when we have to back up your SFCR and SFCR2, of course.
Okay, thank you so much. I think you've cleared all the doubts. I think people are actually listening to you and are happy to hear you say that for them. So I'm going to ask myself a question as well. I think I'm also a correspondent. Besides, I would love to be I would love to be commended too as a correspondent. I'm going to be asking a question. A lot of people has brought up these concerns with the fact they're asking questions like, it has been noticed that the new version of Royalty NFT, which is version 3, is not coming up on Trust Wallet. I mean, most users cannot find these NFTs on the Trust Wallet. So they're asking, when is there going to be an option for users to be able to send their NFTs version 3 specifically from one wallet to the other? That's we're looking at the internal transfer options. Now, this particular NFTs is already deployed and it is fully available for transfer options. Now, it is available to be displayed in any crypto wallet. Now, meanwhile, we have actually noticed that Trust Wallet is having some issues like that with their network, and we are working endlessly to fix this up. Meanwhile, at the same time, while waiting for Trust Wallet, you can actually use your token pocket to be able to send your NFTs, but you have to be reminded that you can only send from status NFTs, from level 1 NFT to the last NFT on the internal transfer. You cannot send just NFTs, okay? So you can actually transfer your NFT from one wallet to another. That's version 3 NFT, but it has to be from level 1 NFT, that's Activator NFT to MCN. And this can be done in any crypto wallet, including Token Pocket and hopefully Trust Wallet in future. I think
yes. Can I add one little thing on this, Smart?
Okay, you can.
I would like just to precise that this problem on Trust Wallet doesn't depend on us, so on our NFTs or from Metaforce system. It is a problem of Trust Wallet system. But we know that Lado already got in contact with their their programmers to fix the situation. Okay? No, because most of the time community thinks that is always Metafor's fault. Whatever it happens, even outside from Metafor's wallets, whatever, is Metafor's fault. No. Energy not displaying in OpenSea, NFTs not displayed on Trust Wallet is a problem of those platforms. Okay?
Okay,
Sorry?
Thank you so much, Sabina. Sabina has made it very clear for you to know that this problem is not from Metaforce. It's entirely depend on Trust Wallet And we are working with them to ensure that this particular problem is fixed on their end. Thank you so much, Dave. I'm going to throw a question up for Anthony. And this time around, I am going to be talking about people who have bought NFTs on the marketplace. So, Anthony, if you're there, this question is going to be for you. And this question is going to be about people who purchase NFTs on the OpenSea marketplace. Now, what is the way out for those who have spent money to buy cheated NFT from OpenSea, but cannot raise more money to level up their reputation? What can you say on these, Anthony?
There is the option for them to decompose their NFT, that is to split it. In this case, the participant will receive the full amount of energy that he himself received from SFC, in addition to the amount of energy in accordance with his cost for OpenSea.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dave, for that particular response. I still want to ask you something.
That is if the person, like you said, is not willing to back up the reputation with DAI, so he can either split or he can wait until when he has the DAI to be able to upgrade his NFT, since it's not going to expire.
Okay, thank you, Dave. I still want to add one question to you right there, still on the aspects of purchase on the OpenSea. And this time around, the question goes as follows. There are some members of the community who did not purchase NFT from the OpenSea platform, but a few of them have reported like some rare cases of less than 100% reputation. So can there be any explanation for this? I mean, do you have any explanation for this?
Just like we have said that, it's not a one-size-fits-all. We look at each case based on its own merits. So if you have not bought NFT from the open market and you have less than 100% reputation, go ahead and submit a ticket to the technical team. They will look at it manually, individually, and then be able to respond accordingly.
Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Vema, I'm going to be throwing the next question for you right now. And this time around, I will be looking at the idea behind people wanting to be involved in royalty NFT. A lot of people have been bringing out some concerns on whether they should be involved in this particular version 3. Should I be involved? Should I really? Is it worth it for me to back up my NFT? So I'm going to throw up a question for you. I want you to get ready for that particular question. Now, some participants are asking whether they will be in profit or loss after raising money to back up their reputation. Do you think the investment is worth it?
It's a very interesting question, and many of the participants have been asking me this in my DM. So for this, I would like to say that we are not financial advisors, but as we have planned that everybody should be benefited with the royalty NFT, and we are working for it positively. So it is absolutely their call if they want to buy. If they don't want to buy, we are not the financial advisors, but we are working as per our plan for the great result, the result that has never happened in this network marketing industry before.
Okay. Thank you so much. He has said it all. Metaverse, it's a global business opportunity with a whole lot of income opportunities also. You have to be responsible to make your own financial advice, advise yourself financially. That doesn't mean that we cannot say that Metaverse business is profitable, but as an individual, you are responsible to make the choice you make and be responsible for the results that come with those choices. So Metaverse has proven to be successful in various programs and has proven to be one of the best decentralized business across the whole world with a unique business model that cannot be compared to any other project out there. So we can only give you information about ourselves. Then you can use this information and perform your own research and then take a well-informed decision towards your financial structure, your financial growth, and your financial involvement. So thank you so much for that particular brief response. I still want to ask you a question. on this particular question, I'm going to be looking at some issues there's some community members are facing with this particular backing up process of their NFT. So I want to ask you a question, Mr. Verma. Now, a few participants have complained about their inability to be able to back up their reputation with DAI, and these particular inabilities has been linked to technical glitches. So has this issue been fixed, or do we have something like this, and has it been fixed as we are talking?
Most of the issues are have already gotten fixed, and if people are still having some issues, each NFT issues are being looked out by our technical team. Usually, they just need to raise the ticket, and if they are having the problems for the funds to upgrade to their NFT to version 3, then they don't have to worry that it will expire. It is not going to expire. They can upgrade it to version 3 or backup by DAI whenever they are ready.
Okay, thank you so much there for that particular question. I would love to throw up a question for Anthony. I'm going to be looking at the processes of migrating to version 3. We've had some concerns, and that's the reason I'm going to bring up these particular questions. You know, some participants have been complaining of not being able to migrate their NFT, because they don't have a button on their website. They don't have a button on their dashboard to migrate to this particular version 3 of it. So, Anthony, I would love to ask if this particular issue has been fixed, and what are we saying about this?
For those isolated cases, we've always made it clear that they should contact technical support. They will look at whatever error they are having with their NFT, and then they'll be able to fix it.
Okay. Thank you so much for that particular question. I'll still keep you on for a minute. Let me ask you a question right now. And this question has to do with version 3, version 2. You know, a lot of people still have version 2 NFT, and they've been asking lots of questions on how they can be part of version 3. So this question normally come up all the time. And so I would love you to use this opportunity to answer the question. Now, is it possible? Why is it not possible for people to merge 2 or more NFTs of version 2 to achieve version 3? Why is it not possible? Why are we not supposed to merge 2 NFTs of version 2 to get version 3?
It's not possible because of the ongoing cleanup exercise, because that's your idea of version 3. If there were no sheets, then there would be no reason for version 3. Version 3 was designed such that the value of this NFT is fully restored, so that those who have worked so hard to earn this NFT, they get the reward that they actually deserve, instead of trying to just, allow things to go the way it is at the moment, by paying everybody, including those who have cheated the system. And at the end of the day, the value of the NFT is, the worth of the NFT is greatly reduced, is affected, and the people are not getting, a reward or bonuses that are commensurable with their effort or investment in the system. So we need to clean up all these fake NFT, and once that is done, then you can be able to merge. So at the moment, you can't merge your version 2 NFT because they are still suspicious. Until you upgrade their reputation to 100%, then you can merge.
Okay, thank you so much, Anthony, for that particular sharp answer right there. I will have to move to another session, and which is a very concerning part of what our communities have been asking several times. From certain experiences, we've noticed some things with respect to the process of upgrading just NFTs, either by currency or different other methods that are available. So a lot of people have been having some concerns about the processes of merging just NFT to acquire an activator. So they've come up with this question. And so I would love to ask Sabina this question, and I hope Sabina is here to attend to this particular question. Okay, I think she's definitely going to be here. So Sabina, I would love to ask you, based on the process of upgrading just NFT. I believe you heard me very well previously what I said. So now some participants, okay, sorry, that's another question. Now, if someone has 2 just NFT with the sum of a sum total of 3,500 energy, why can't he merge them to have activator instead of looking for another just NFT to make it free? Why must the system demand 3 just NFT to be merged? Why does the system demand 3? And is there no solution to this? Do we have to go through this process of acquiring 3 NFT when I already have 2 NFT, which seems to have a sum total of 3,500? So I think I can go on with 2. Why do I need 3? I think you should give us some thoughts on this. Okay, Sabina, we are not hearing you. We are not hearing you.
Yes, here I am. Sorry. Okay. Yes, these rules of the 3 just NFTs was applied at the beginning by mistake. Okay, because as we know, to reach higher levels with status NFTs, we need 3. So 3 activator, do 1 supervisor, 3 supervisor, do 1 managers, and go on. But my mistake, it has been applied this for just NFTs also. Well, this is going to be fixed soon. Soon it will be, we will be able to merge 2 just NFTs to get the activator. So it was just a mistake of the beginning. Okay. We are fixing it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sabina, for that response there. I'm going to quickly move over to the next question. And this question is for Anthony. I would like to ask, some participants use the SFC from your account to pump their NFTs before buying NFT from the OpenSea marketplace. But when they pick the option to decompose, they only receive the value of what they spent in the marketplace as energy. What happens to their original SFC? So what can you say about this, Anthony, and what needs to be done? What do these affected people, what do they need to do?
They need to send a ticket to technical support. We'll look at it. If they actually had SFC that were not cheated, the SFC will be awarded, the energy will be awarded into their NFT. But if we observe that those SFC are suspicious, then they will not be able to get the energy.
Okay, so to broaden that particular answer a little more specifically looking at the question, so what you're saying that normally these users are supposed to get back these SSCs that was actually legitimately acquired after they engage in short activity like decomposing. So you're saying that they are supposed to get something back, something that they got in a real way. Is that what you're saying also?
Of course, if they have real energy from the activity that is free from, sheets, and they were not awarded that, that energy when they decompose, then they can create a ticket, support to look at it based on the level they have activated in the tactile program and the amount of energy they should have, gotten, and then the issue will be resolved.
Okay, I also have a question for you there, Anthony. Let me still keep you for a little bit more. 1 minute there. Many people reported being blocked by the OpenSea marketplace. So will they be able to buy and sell in other marketplace? And when is this going to happen?
We received this complaint, especially from some participants from Iran. So they do not have access to trading NFT on OpenSea. But we believe that in the near future, we'll have our own marketplace. So they'll be able to trade their NFT in our marketplace. And apart from that, we also extend it to other markets.
Okay, thank you so much. Then you also need to be reminded not to break rules within these marketplaces. There are rules in every way, and when you have gone against those rules, you are definitely going to get some undesired result or experience. So I would advise you not to break the rules, because these rules guide us and these rules keep us together. So thank you for doing that. I'm going to go over to the next question. And this time around, I'm going to throw this question to the lady in the house, Lady Sabina. Now, we want to look at some concerns with the nature of Metaforce business. We want to look at concerns with the real nature of Metaforce business. What are the modulations? What are the standards of Metaforce? How can we classify Metaforce? So because of this, I'm going to throw up a question for you, Sabina, and I hope you are ready for that question. Now, from the start, Metaforce has been a decentralized platform, but with the recent challenges our system is facing and all the changes happening, some participants want assurance that we are still a decentralized platform. A few of them have also asked, can a decentralized platform end up having some loopholes that allow trust members to cheat the system? What can you say about this, Sabina?
I can say the community is very concerned about this, and I understand them. The thing is, the loopholes for cheating is possible because of two aspects. First, it was at the beginning. It was a promotion action. Secondly, because it is decentralized mechanism. In a similar centralized platform, we would have easily imposed sanctions long ago. But in a decentralized one, everything is in several orders of magnitude more complicated. The topic of decentralization requires a separate descriptions. Our system is very complex. It is much more complicated than just the basic structure of the blockchain. And we have different elements for of the system. In some, we put in the contract the possibility of changes, but they are very limited. We cannot change anything, because many things need to be tested in practice. We debug them. And then at the stage when we have tested everything enough at a distance, we can remove the possibility of correction, after which nothing can be changed at all. So at the beginning, the loopholes are possible because at the beginning we cannot close the smart contract. I mean, we have to keep it open to get some changes if we find mistakes. But once everything is done and solved, from that moment on, it won't be possible to change it anymore. So it was only because we were at the beginning. We are definitely decentralized.
Thank you so much right there for that reassurance on the concerns if we are actually decentralized or not. The truth is that I most likely tell people that everything has a value in our lives. Even the negative has a value in our life. Most times people speak a lot of bad things about these centralized systems and they complain. In some way, if you look at this, there's a relationship. One complements the other and one gives opportunity for the other to be very useful also in most cases. Now, from what Sabina is saying, she has said a lot of things. What I can add there is that Metaforce can be seen as a revolutionary project, a project that's brought about innovations that wasn't really existed, something that wasn't there. And so the design of Metaforce system, the complexity of our program is a revolution itself. So these processes need to be developed for the first time. These processes need to pass through several tests and several stages. In companies, big fintech companies out there, you most likely hear things like a beta stage. Beta means they are releasing a product into the market, but they are putting it on a beta stage because they would love to see the outcome of these products in the market. They would love to see the errors. They would love to debug these projects, and they would love to come up with solutions. So we are not far different from this process. So we've launched our program from a revolution on a beta stage to allow us to be able to see the things, the changes, the errors that came with this development. And over time, we have also engaged in several processes to optimize this project, to optimize the previous development to ensure that we can meet up in the alpha stage or the alpha development of our project. So this is something that happens in every company out there. You have to start somewhere. You have to be in a beta stage where you have to observe how your product and program is working in the market, and then you have to come back with the details of the errors and try to fix these things. So this is a case also with Metaforce. So the idea of the possibility of being able to misuse the system is something that is imminent at some point because of the nature of our project. So as having said this, we have gone past this stage. We have gone to the stage where we've understood certain things and we've actually optimized our system to be ready for the next agenda, for the next program in our agenda list. And so I think you should be able to understand right now. So the possibility of cheating, it's not that MetaForce system is not safe. MetaForce is fully decentralized. The idea of the centralized system is only to allow users to be able to access this decentralized program in a way that is easier for us to be able to reach out. Because normally if you look at blockchain, you take a good look at a blockchain smart contract, everything has to do with transactions and codes and things that cannot easily be understood by members. So the idea of trying to create the ecosystem of MetaForce is to allow these decentralized products and programs of MetaForce to be represented in a centralized interface, making it very easy for people to access these products and programs. So thank you so much, Sabina, for those remarks and comments. I would love to throw up another question. And this time around, this question is going to be for Anthony. Anthony, I would love to ask you, the NFTs that had 100% reputation and went directly to version 3 also show their energy level on the OpenSea and keep the same ID as before. But the NFTs that were decomposed and then repumped to version 3 do not show their energy level on the OpenSea. Why is this happening? And can this problem be resolved? And when are we expecting a solution? Is Anthony there? Okay, if Anthony is not there, I'm going to take.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, this error is actually by the OpenSea. OpenSea treats each NFT as it appears without updating information. So after changing information, it needs to be updated in their system. So, but this task has been given to the team of our programmers by Mr. Lado to actually sort it out. So I believe the issue will be fixed.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I'll still have to keep you for 1 minute as usual. And I would love to ask you, we are quite aware that SFC hours could be used as SFC and energy. Now, if supported by the same amount of energy which is acquired with the coin set, so if we use this energy now, will it be considered in the future when we can use SFC out to pump NFTs?
Yes, like Sabina already explained, it will be taken into account. Let's assume you have energy tokens. Let's say you have 3,500 energy, and you have used the energy to upgrade your NFT to activator status. It means the 3,500 energy is gone. And then you also have 3,500 SFC arrow. We are saying that the SFC arrow must be backed by the volume of energy that you have, which means because you already have 3,500 energy, even though you have spent it, you can still use your 3,500 SFC arrow as energy when the SFC arrow token is enabled for use.
Okay, thank you so much, Day. I think I'm going to take the next question for Mr. Verma from India. I do have a question for you. And so those who have not mined their NFT to the first version but have swapped their SFCs, if they purchase a just NFT from the OpenSea, can they then move it to their account and pump it further with their SFCs? That's for Verma.
Yes.
Okay, they can.
Yes, good news for participant. Yes, they can.
Okay, thank you so much for that sharp answer right there. I will have to throw up the next question for you. And this particular question will also be for you. I would love you to still take this question. Now, will the missing SFC, sorry, I think I have a disconnection here. I have to ensure that everything is on.
You're live. It's fine.
Okay, I'm online now. Okay, fine. Now, will the missing SFC tokens arising from technical glitch be issued to all participants who did not receive them?
Yes. and it has already been calculated, and they are going to be distributed very soon.
Okay, so you are saying that these particular figures has already been calculated, and we are expecting to be the distribution of these particular SFC soon. Thank you so much, Dave.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dave. So I'm gonna give Anthony this question this time around. So I'm gonna be asking Anthony a question from purchases that has to do with the OpenSea marketplace. So the question goes: some participants have merged their original NFT with the NFT purchased from OpenSea. After decomposing, they complained that the original NFTs were burnt and they got just NFT with less energy. If this is true, can they get back their original SFC? I think it's something related to the last question, so I think it's somehow related. So you
yes,
can
it's
similar.
It's similar to the question we treated initially. For those that have that issue, they can open a ticket with support, and it will be investigated. We'll check the level they have currently in the tactile program, the amount of energy that they actually imputed into that NFT. If the energy was not from fraudulent acts, definitely it will be restored.
Okay, thank you so much. Having said that, I still have a question for you on that. I think I had intentions of ensuring that that question comes up there again. The question I want to ask you is, a lot of people are having these concerns as to how the quantity of energy or the assets that they receive after decomposing. So a lot of people have come up with these concerns that they are not getting enough. So it's not what they expected. So what should be considered by participants when actually making allegations of the kind of energy they should have? Is there a standard? Is there a standard set aside that should be able to ascertain what each user is eligible to receive? Because I have reasons to believe that most of the people who are saying they've not received enough, it's possible they've actually received what they should have received. So is there a standard for these, a basis that should be able to become more clear for participants on what they should receive and what they should not receive?
For the participants who have bought this, for the few participants who have complained, many of them bought their NFT from the OpenSea. And even though this NFT, as it is now, they are less reputable, we consider them, fake. But at the same time, we believe that they have spent some money to acquire them from the OpenSea. So in that case, Lado has decided to, restore or reimburse them the amount they spend in acquiring this NFT from OpenSea. But this reimbursement come in form of energy. For instance, for Activator, you need about 3,500 SFC to be able to, upgrade it to that level, which means, and again, to get 3,500 SFC, you must have actually spent, the same amount, let's say in the tactile program, which means, one energy is equivalent to, one DAI. So that if you bought, let's say, an Activator NFT from the OpenSea with 50 DAI or $50, you are going to get 50 energy when you split your NFT. And again, let's say you bought a manager NFT from the OpenSea by spending 2,000 DAI, for instance, you are going to receive 2,000 energy, being the amount you spend in the marketplace to get this NFT. So that's why the energy is such. That's the equivalent of the amount the participant paid in getting this NFT from the OpenSea.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll still have to throw up a question for this particular, for you again. And then the question is, when will the community have more details about the second contest?
The second marathon contest, as soon as the first stage is completed, like Sabina already explained, the panel of judges, they are reviewing all the videos that have been uploaded in the review channel, because a lot of people, we have thousands of videos that we uploaded. A lot of people contested participated in that marathon competition. So we need to determine who actually won, so that their reward can be, given to them as soon as possible. So following that, the second stage, the details will be, the details regarding the second stage will be released, and that will happen very soon.
Thank you so much. I'll throw up the next question for Lady Sabina, and this question has to do with wallet security. So Sabina, I hope you are there. Now, regarding participants who compromised their wallet security and applied for a replacement before the deadline, when will the old wallet be removed from the account and be replaced with extra wallet?
Okay, when we will upgrade it full tactile program with tactile goods and loyalty. So when it will be launched, all wallets will migrate to core infrastructure. And so extra wallet can take their place. So as soon as tactile program with tactile goods and loyalty will be launched, the extra wallet finally can take place.
Okay, thank you so much. So what she's saying, with the tactile goods and products, including the loyalty program, is fully launched. At that point, the extra wallet will become fully functional. What that means, the extra wallet will take a unique function of both the functions of the main wallet, and the extra wallet will become one, meaning you're going to be having only one wallet in your account, including the bonuses from your classic program, your tactile program will come into one wallet, and likewise the bonuses from the Unite-Verse and every other program will come through this particular wallet. Thank you so much. I'm going to throw up the next question for Mr. Verma from India. Mr. Verma, I am going to be asking you a very sharp question. For some of us who are just joining us right now, and maybe a lot of people who are still confused on the new NFT, which is the version 3 NFT, is it possible to transfer NFT from wallet to wallet?
Yes.
It is possible. Okay, I'd love to ask you another question. Is there any plans to enable trading of version 2 NFT collections? Is there any plans currently in terms of trading of version 2? Okay, we don't have a plan. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much.
Because version 2 includes also those NFT which has been generated by the cheated SFCs. So we want all our participants to have the real NFT with the highest value. That's why only the version 3 NFTs will be tradable.
Okay, thank you. I think you made your point very clear. The idea of bringing trading is going to lead to several things, because some of those NFT bots that was used to generate artificially products is still out there. And a lot of people, if this is enabled, these guys, they would want to create more of this and then sell it to people. And a lot of people become victim of this same situation. So we would not want that to happen. We love to protect our community against those kind of actions from these unscrupulous elements. So we love to call them that name for just a moment. So we wouldn't want something like that to come up. And so that's the reason why we'll try to limit this particular activity in the version 2. Meanwhile, you can still send your NFTs from wallet to wallet. The NFT version 2 can still be traded. You can send it from one wallet to the other wallet, and you can subsequently decompose them and then acquire the energies and add it up to the newly acquired NFT level version 3. So what I'm trying to say is, assuming you have some NFTs version 2 in your wallet, or maybe you can actually trade it out to someone, or you can actually send it to someone or share it to yourself, and then decompose them to acquire those particular energy that is valid, and then add it up to a version 3. So with this process, you can still utilize your NFT version 2. Thank you so much for that. I'll see actually the last question. I think you might actually be the lucky person, and this should be a condition for being the most commended correspondent today, because it's nice to be the first and the last. So this question is for you. What are the prospects or plan for those who currently cannot or don't want to upgrade their NFT to version 3? Is there any plan?
Yes, they can migrate to version 3 whenever they are ready. They are not going to expire. They can migrate to version 3 whenever they are ready.
Okay, wait, what you're saying is that as long as they have this NFT in their wallet, that they have all the time, they can take enough time to migrate this any other time they are ready. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for that sharp response right there. And so I think because of our time, I would love to hold on for a moment and move to the next session. I think we've taken time to answer a whole lot of questions today, and we still have a lot of questions. But I think it's at this point is necessary for us to try to come up with a summary of the whole meeting today, and maybe take one or two questions, and then we can round up this particular meeting today. So I would love to give the next 5 minutes or maybe less or more to the community to give us some remark. I would love to take only 2. It's not a question, please. I just want a remark before I will allow a question. If you have something to say concerning this process, because I think at most times it will seem like some of these policies is not really something that the community is appreciating. So I would love to know if there is someone out there who appreciates and who understands the policy at hand, who has gone through the process and has seen the need for this process to be adopted by everyone. So please, if you have a comment to say with respect to royalty NFT, you've actually gone through the process and you've acquired a version 3 NFT and you are satisfied with this. I want to hear from you, please. Not time for questions, just comments. Mr. Salem Global, you are on. Salem Global, you're on. If possible, you can put on your video if you can. Salem Global and Eric. Salem Global and Eric, you're on. I just give room for only 2 people.
Okay. All right. Good evening, sir. Good morning, sir.
Thank you.
All right. I am happy to be in this meeting this evening. My contribution is that I have many downlines that are not good in the tech. When the conversion of the NFT to version 2, they missed out. And they worked tirelessly to acquire those NFT. Now, they cannot upgrade to version 2. Is there any possible that they can migrate to this version 3 without version 2 session?
You have actually break the rules. I said this is comment session, 2 people for comments, but you are asking a question. That means you've actually changed the plan of this session. You are asking if someone is on version 1. Can you repeat that question again?
Version 1. I said my downlines.
Yes, you can move from version 1. So you can move from version 1 to 3. You can move from version 2 to 3. It doesn't really matter because right now each NFT has a level of reputation. It depends on your reputation. So it doesn't really matter whether you were on version 1 when the version 3 came or you were on version 2. So just check your reputation and see what you need to do to reach version 3.
Okay, thank you there, Anthony. What Anthony has said it all. There's no hierarchy of upgrade. There's nothing like hierarchy here that you have to pass through one process, one version before you get to the other version. So you can actually upgrade to any level. But first of all, if these people have not acquired just NFT, they will have to go through a new policy to acquire these NFTs. That's if they didn't have the version 1 NFTs previously. Thank you so much. But this was actually supposed to be a comment, not a question. Mr. Eric, I hope you are going to be... Oh, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. This is Eric from Gabon.
Okay, welcome.
Yes, sir. I actually applaud Mr. Lado and all the technical team and all the Metaverse community for this brilliant idea because, to be frank with you guys, Metaverse is one of the projects that a lot of people have invested. And if you have to see keenly, most of the low-life people, those that they are not well-to-do, really invested in this business. And they, sorry, please. And NFT was like I can say is like the heart of Metaverse in the sense that people were hoping to be having this royalty for life. And when the issue came up, the issue of buying the NFT from the market from the OpenSea, and then try to measure it up to have the NFT, and then after at one point in time, we find out that we cannot do that and other stuff, and we are afraid. So to be frank with you, like some of us who have actually took part in the community, like building the community, we're really afraid. We're really afraid that because if this NFT issue is not being handled well, we were like afraid that, oh my God, all what we have done, all what we have planned in the ecosystem can crash. But we thank God for the wisdom, because we have been always uploading Mr. Lado for his wisdom. And we thank God that it came to this point, and we are all be happy. But there's one thing that I'm still asking, because I'm still asking because I need to know. But the one thing I just want to make the community, we are all one. We love the system, and it's our project, and we are taking the project right up to the end. Nobody can stop us. There's no devil that can block us from continuing Metaforce. Metaforce is a project that we have decided from the bottom of our heart to support and to grow with it. But I want to just try to throw this in the whole system. It can be a field of thought behind the scene. But let me say my mind here. I want to believe that for those who made it up to level 10, level 11, and level 12, they have a cashback token. So, because some people are like angry that, okay, if there's a personal treatment for those that actually upgraded or meted the NFT right up to activator, supervisor, and up to MCM. Yes, it's true that they minted the activator to that level, but they have cashback token. We also which also gave them ample benefit. But those, so what am I saying in nutshell? What I'm saying is that the conclusion that Lado came with, like giving us 80%, 90%, even those that bought at the OpenSea, it was a good idea. But the extra that like personal treatment, I think is not fair. At that level, I think it's not fair. And also, what I want to also find out is that if we say, for example, the activator is 3,500 energy or SFC, as we all know, and if after the consideration, and we have been received those that bought from the OpenSea and those that actually upgraded their SFC to have the status of and we have 80% all of us. I want to believe that it should be okay. And also, if we decompose, because I was asking, what is the essence of decomposition? Okay, somebody that bought at the OpenSea, say, an activator of 50 DAI, and somebody that actually minted it and have spent 3,500 SFC, of which that person who have done that has already had a cashback token. And now, if we are at the same level and we have 80% after all the upgrading, we have 80% reputation. I want to believe that if there is a decomposition, then the decomposition should be at that level. That is meaning that it should carry the level of the energy. Okay, 80%, for example, say 80% of the activator maybe is 3,000 SFC or 2,500 SFC. After the decomposition, it should be like that, because we are all one. We are all one, and we're driving toward the same goal. So the essence of saying that they will pay us only the amount that we bought at the OpenSea, and then for those that actually minted, but they also ensure the benefit in building the community. So that is just my point. And also, what I want to ask,
Okay.
even though I don't want to ask any question, what to say that
hello.
Okay.
We need to save time, please. But just to quickly respond to a misconception you raised, we mentioned during this conversation, that, like you said, if you have worked so hard, you have activated levels in the tactile program to reach, activator, and right now you are giving 80%, even though you didn't buy NFT from OpenSea. We say you should write to technical support. Go to your back office. There is a help button on the menu. From the menu option, you see the icon for help. Tap on it, then create tickets. Write your issues there. It will be treated on individual basis. We have thousands of NFTs. It's not possible for, the programmers to know what has actually happened to happen in every situation. So for you who has a legitimate case, why you believe that your even if you decompose, your SFC, your regional SFC should be given to you. The right to support.
No,
The issue will be resolved.
Mr. Anthony, you misunderstood me here. I'm not saying that because what I'm saying is that in this case there's no legitimacy because those that actually build their NFT to agreement status, they have had cashback token. They have profit on doing that. So why should it be that some people have the case of those that actually minted their NFT, that is, they added up their SFC to have activated status, are getting this privilege and don't bought.
Now, let me ask you. The person that activated level 1 to 12, I mean level 1 to 10 to reach activator, do you know how much the person spent to get to level 10?
I know.
And you expect and now you expect to spend $50 and have the same activator with the same person that spent all of that money.
That person received the from the tech algorithm. He received also. He benefited. He has more SFC than those who didn't arrive at that level. That's the thing. Okay, now what we are saying is you are not just given the option to decompose and get your $50 or any amount you spend to get it from OpenSea. You also have the option to back it up. Now, this NFT is valued for $3,500. You have 80%, which means already you'll be giving over $2,000 for free. So you just only need to add 700 DAI and then bring it up to the same level. You bring it up to the same. So you have two options. Either you put the 700 DAI and bring it up to, because you can't expect to spend 50 DAI to buy activator, and then you want to be getting royalty every month. It wasn't designed. It wasn't designed that way. It wasn't designed. It's not like that. It's not like it's okay. It's okay.
You can't spend $50.
I think I would love to round up on that. Sorry, I think I would love to take over from there. Mr. Eric. Thank you so much for your first comment on commending Mr. Lado's wisdom. A lot of people are not happy with this policy, but at the same time, we have to look at the other side. If without these policies, the initial purpose of a royalty program would have not been achieved. The program most people would call it sham at the end of it because it will not be very effective. And second, the idea what Anthony brought is a very brilliant something you should note, that if this particular thing was allowed, the program would have not had value. But now, the team is making these NFTs to have value, real value, because these NFTs have been valued now. We can now say that this is 3,500 DAI, and the mere fact of you backing up this particular NFT with 700 DAI means that this NFT has real value. If you are to take this NFT to a marketplace, the real value will speak out for itself. And this NFT will also benefit from the real benefits of the royalty program. And not to round it up, you should be aware that the process of backing up these NFTs also increases the funds and benefit for royalty. This money goes to the royalty program. All the DAI we are paying, it goes to the royalty program. So it also makes it more better. So please, if you have any other concern because of time, we may not really go much on this particular topic.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for being explicit on that. I'm not angry. I'm not angry at what people are saying. I'm for it, but it's just that as I said, I'm a team builder, and there are a lot of people behind me that bought NFT at OpenSea. And when we are doing our marketing, we are trying to motivate. Marketing is not just easy. We have to go at length to bring the people and to make them to see with the project. So I want to believe that the only error that I'm seeing in this stuff is that the NFC came into the OpenSea. At first, it was not the NFC was not supposed, because we are aware at the beginning that if you don't have 3,500 NFC, you can't have activator and supervisor and right up to the club. But when it came at the OpenSea, that is where we had
it's okay, brother. Let's not overflog this issue. But let me just wrap it up by saying that, like now you are building team. You'll be building your community. You are putting a lot of work into the business, and now you have activator NFT, and you expect that at least with all the level of energy you are putting into the business, you should be able to get royalty on a monthly basis. And then somebody else comes from nowhere, goes to the OpenSea, buy the same activator for $50, and the person wants to be receiving the same royalty with the same level, the same amount you are receiving on a monthly basis. It doesn't make sense. So the same person should go and upgrade it. At least he just paid a little, 20% of the value, at least to bring it up to 100%. If not, then decompose it. You can decompose it. You will be given a just NFT with your 50% energy. Go to OpenSea. You can see sell a just NFT with 50% energy. And by the time the value of this NFT goes up, you might also be able to get your $50 that you spend in acquiring it. So you have nothing to lose. Or you can just keep, or you can just keep your NFT with the reputation as it is, and then whenever you have the $700 or any amount of that, depending on your category, you are able to charge it up. Then you start receiving payment from that time. So it's not going to expire.
No problem, sir.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you.
Can we transfer this NFT version 2 to next wallet, sir? Is it possible?
You can't transfer version 2. You can't do anything with version 2. You can only transfer version 3. But when you upgrade to version 3, you'll be able to transfer.
Sorry, let me add something there, Anthony. You cannot trade version 2 NFT, but you can transfer them. Okay? You cannot trade them. You cannot trade them on the marketplace. But
Smart, you can't transfer version 2. You can only transfer version 3.
Okay, but I think we will have to find out more on this, on the aspect of if we can transfer the old version of version 2. But what I'm certain, we are going to get more information about that. But what I'm certain is you cannot trade them. But the idea of transferring, we are going to give you more feedback on that. Thank you so much for that. I think I will give Mr. Emmanuel a chance to ask your question. Mr. Emmanuel, you're on.
Hello. Yeah. I don't know if you are referring to my own Emmanuel, Mr. Smart.
Okay.
Thank you very much for this. I actually forgot that today is AMA and I joined late. Okay, my comment on all this is that with whatever that happens, is still a commendation to the team of MetaForce. It's a project all of us believed in, and we've worked tirelessly to be on it up till now. My advice is that this issue of NFT, please, it should be handled with care and with wisdom, because that is actually what will make or mar this particular project we are talking about. Thank God for the wisdom of Lado and his team, where they have been able to give people some leverage, like giving people reputation up to 80%, even when they know that these NFTs were bought low in the OpenSea. Even though the mistake that is done is that this thing should have been stopped at the point of buying them in OpenSea, but that's bygone now. My suggestion, again, for this community is that Mr. Lado should try as much as possible to hasten up introduction of the tactile goods. Because if we look at the system, when we started MetaForce, the classic program was actually a boost. And that was what brought all of us here. But when you look at building matrices right now, you discover that the commitment to building matrices has actually gone down. A lot of people, a lot of teams are no longer functional. So we actually need something that will add more power and engine to building matrices, which is what will help us to keep moving on in this project. So a situation whereby we all can go back to the classic and see that there are values, we can sell some things, we can be able to recommend this program to people because there are some digital products that they can actually acquire from it. It will help to re-engineer the commitment that we all have in this community. And I pray that God will take us more higher than where we are now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel.
Please, sir, let me ask this question, please, because I came late. I don't know. When is the trading of version 3 going to take place at the OpenSea? Because that's what will determine. You see, everybody is actually waiting to see the value that
the link will be out today, tomorrow, or at most by next week.
Okay. It's all right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think your question has been answered. We've taken your recommendation into consideration. We are going to send it to the appropriate team to look at it. You are making recommendation that in as much as the team is also trying to develop the royalty program and other program, they should also consider speeding up the development of the tactile, which will become a boost as seen in the previous classic program. So that, because I think your concern is well noted, because a lot of people are forgetting that Metaforce has several other programs like classic and tactile. They are now focused on NFT. So I think it is important for the community to also know that other programs of Metaforce is actively working. The classic program is working. United Base program is working. People are making money every second. Go to the smart contract. You're going to see people are receiving earnings every second. So at this point, we will also keep encouraging our team and encouraging the community to be involved in other programs, and also send your recommendation to the respective team. Thank you so much, Mr. Richard. You can actually ask your question. Richard, you're on. We will take only 3 questions because we don't have much time.
Sir, I
Hello.
have a question.
Good evening.
What is the use of TR token? And
Mr.
can we
Richard,
use it
please. Dinesh, you are not on. You are. Mr. Richard,
Hello.
you can ask your question. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. I bought some activators from OpenSea for a downliner, which were merged to Manager. Currently, as we speak, it is still showing 0 reputation. Meanwhile, the understanding I have is that if the person should even buy it and it is a fraudulent one, the person will be giving some energy. So I want to know why it's still, 0 energy. And there is also another one that I acquired from a colleague, which was actually gotten from the tactile levels, but also showing 0 energy. And they are saying probably it was dealt in a fraudulent issues, but that particular one was gotten from tactile.
Okay. Like I said earlier, from the beginning of this and in most of the questions that was answered, we have resorted to handle complaints of this nature from users in a different way. We take into consideration different methods in ascertaining the value and the reputation of each user. And in your own case, we are not going to do something different. We are going to look at it differently. The first thing you need to do, and the only thing you need to do right now, is to open a ticket, okay, on the support website, stating in details and providing the wallet address that is affected, if possibly a screenshot of this affected wallet, and this particular case will be looked into. As I'm talking to you, the team has been resolving cases of this nature, and they've been able to determine these issues pertaining to if those 0 reputation was appropriate or not appropriate. And so after looking at your case and doing all kinds of research, they will be able to give you the final conclusions on if you are truly supposed to have 0 or more than that. Okay, it is a very logical and a very complex situation, and we have so many issues locked. You need to give us some time and know that we will always do the right thing. Thank you.
Actually, I raised a ticket about that, and immediately they came saying probably it was engaged in fraudulent listing. Meanwhile,
Richard, listen to me, Richard. First, you do a screenshot of the energy given by the system. Second, give evidence of the purchase in OpenSea. So you find the transaction hash of your purchase. If you send details, information, they will give you back as much energy as the money you spend to purchase NFTs from OpenSea. And don't worry, everything will be solved. They answer to you like that because you didn't give probably evidence of your purchases. So please send transaction hash of OpenSea of NFT purchase. Everything will be solved. The more details we give to programmer, the better they can solve the situations. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
So what he's saying, just to add to it, it's not enough to just write to support. When you are writing, try to provide as much details and as much evidence as possible, to help them take the right decision. If you just write to say, I'm not supposed to get 0% reputation, it doesn't solve the problem. Provide details. Let them know how you got your SFC, how you got your NFT, how you were able to charge it, and they will look at your issue, drop your wallet address, the link to your NFT, and it will be sorted. So, but if you don't have any evidence to show that you have not manipulated the system, then there's no way you'll be able to get the right decision.
Okay, you can take the transaction, all of you, it's very important this. If you go on OpenSea, on activity, when you collect your wallet, when you go on activity, you will see all the trading you have done. So you go there on activity, or whoever bought this NFT, go on activity, click on the trade or the sale of the moment, and it will bring you directly on the transaction hash on blockchain. You copy it and you send it to programmer to check. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much. We have less than 6 minutes left. And please, I want to add to that, remind everyone, there is no need of you trying to, because, you know, at this point, a lot of people are complaining and everyone wants to send to support. Everybody would want to complain of the reputation they have. But I want to advise you, there is no need for all that when you do not have enough proof to verify that you are supposed to get more reputation, or you're not supposed to be having a lesser reputation than 100%, because if you purchase NFTs from the OpenSea marketplace, you do not have any knowledge if these NFTs was actually faulty or not. You do not have. So the system has all the tools that have all actually conduct a series of algorithms and research to ascertain how these NFTs were acquired and what is wrong with them. So the main reason you should write support is if you've acquired some products and assets, for example, in the case that you add your own SFC, you add your own energy by yourself, and then this particular reputation is missing, or you're not getting your energy back, or you feel something is not right and you have a proof. You writing the support and sending that your reputation should be 100% when you do not have a proof, it's not going to work out. I would advise you not to really try that and to use other options that is available for you. Thank you so much. Please, we will only take 2 more questions for today's AMA. I have reasons to believe that this may not be the last time we'll be here live. We cannot answer all the questions. We have 1.2 million community members, and of course, we cannot answer 1 million questions in one day. So I'm going to take only 2 questions more, and we're going to wrap it up. Our meeting is ending in less than 5 minutes. So Mr. Toski Meta, you can ask your question. Toski Meta, you can ask your question.
Oh, really? I didn't know my hand was up. I'm so sorry. Maybe, but all the same, I want to congratulate everyone. I want to appreciate Metaforce. I want to tell us that, yes, we're here and we're going to achieve greatness together. God bless us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ibrahim and Dorcas, you can ask your question. Ibrahim and Dorcas, you can ask your question.
Good evening, everyone from Nigeria. I just want to commend my lovely sweetheart, Sabina, for always being there. Mr. Smart, Mr. Anthony, Mr. Viman, you guys are amazing. Alina, all the admin, honestly, you guys are really, really amazing. I don't have any question. I just want to appreciate you for all you've been doing. But please, I just want to beg if we can have more of this. If we can have maybe weekly, so that at least it will lessen the burden. Because I know how we have to reach out to almost all of you privately, which I know is not easy. So please, I just want to plead if we can have more of the AMA session, maybe once every week. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. That has been taken into consideration. We're going to work on that and possibly get a very good solution for your comments. We thank you for acknowledging our efforts to building the community and guiding and encouraging the community. And I'm sure we'll keep doing that for you and your community. So over to Emmanuel MBQ, you can ask your question. Please, we have less than 3 minutes. You have to be very briefed about your question.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Smart. Thank you, Alina. Thank you, Sabina. Thank you, everybody. It's a beautiful time to be here. Now, like I said, I like this meeting of today because most of the admin, you are not on the defensive. All right. Now, what happened today is like we are having a family meeting. All right. We are not defending or we are not trying to cover up our grandpa. Our papa, nobody can naked our grandpa. Because our grandpa is metaphors. We cannot demarcate metaphors, guys. We cannot. We are participant here. We are the first settler, and we understand that this is a beautiful ecosystem. All right, the number one in the whole world. No matter what is happening now, we love metaphors, and we are the lover of metaphors. I must tell you that. But there is a challenge here that we need to face. And I'm saying this here because I want this thing. And I don't want you to act like, what do you call it, like a customer care. Don't act like a customer care. Be like a PA to Lado and take this message to Lado, please, if you can. All right? Now, there is nothing as bad as procrastination. Nothing as bad as it. No matter how beautiful your ecosystem is, if you bring in procrastination, it's a killer of any community. It's a killer of any community, guys. And let's not rush this MA today. This is a major MA. Calm down. Don't say we have only 3 minutes remaining, please. Now, I will be fast with it. Number one, we have the first coin now. On the third quarter, we have this on the metaverse on the third quarter. If I am Lado, I will put it at the fourth quarter. Let me fight with the third quarter. So it will be on or before the fourth quarter. Don't make any, let's not fight this fight again of time. Let's not fight it again. All right, like what happened to the metaverse, to the NFT now. If we want to talk about it, we will talk about it, and nothing can be done. Because it is just like the issue, you can liken it to be God, G-O-D, capital letter G-O-E. That is God, the creator, Adam and Eve, and the fruit in the garden. Are you going to blame God that why did he not kill Satan the devil? Why did you allow Satan the devil to go and deceive Eve? God have the all strength to kill Satan the devil. But what has happened. We cannot blame Lado because he's a young man that he doesn't want to make nation to be. He wants to make the whole world to be so wealthy, and we stand with him. We stand with him, guys. We stand with Lado. We love Lado, but the spirit of procrastination, we are going to La Baraka Sandere, that spirit of procrastination. We will go to the church and we'll be on the high level of speaking in tongues for that spirit of procrastination to be dead. Guys, we don't want it. This project is too beautiful for any spirit of procrastination to step in. Lado should, why can't this beautiful Lado? Why can Lado put up a date and somebody, I told one of my leaders that this thing is so they say it's not Lado. Why? Come on. Why? It not be Lado. That date it will not work. They will postpone it. Well, that one should not step in. So he can consciously kill that spirit, guy. We are praying for him. No spirit of anywhere can harm Lado. We are with him. No matter what happened with the royalty NFT, we pray that he should look into it. And the moderator, every time, all of you, the admin, we say, go to the back of it, they are not responding. They are not responding. I am an engineer, okay? If there is problem in the plans, the last place that I worked was Akpo FPSO. It's an FPS, okay? Now, if there is problem, urgency, you know what they will do? They will call it shutdown. So they're going to employ more hands to that facility to make sure that that problem is terminated immediately. This is an urgency in the royalty NFT now. We need more hands. We need people to respond quickly. Not that somebody will send message and it will take years before you respond. No, guys, this program is too beautiful for this thing that is happening. I'm not really happy. I love this project, but we should not kill it. We should not kill it. Thank
Emmanuel,
you.
First of all, nice to hear your voice for the first time, because we chatted several times, and I think you chatted with me and with all of the admins here. I'm quite sure about it. And I'm quite sure you always been answered, maybe sometime late. But I want to tell you one thing. How can we answer to all of you as soon as you write? I mean, there are how many members I don't know how many members, okay, in our community at the moment. And we have the chat clogged up with participants chatting. Sometimes I lose my personal partners. I had to create a file aside to be able to answer to my own team, because all participants clogged up my Telegram chat. So please, Emmanuel, try to understand how many admins there are. How many are we? And how many are you? You can't say as soon as we write, you have to answer. We do our best. You know that we do really our best to answer to all of you.
I'm not talking about the admin. The admin is they are fantastic. But what I'm talking, is it the admin that is handling the help desk at the back office as well? That's what I'm saying. That we can bring more hand to fast. And now let me tell you another thing. For you to say you want to postpone, maybe because of you are responding to the issue. Let me tell you something. The issue of royalty NFT cannot be solved by 2024. 2024, you cannot solve the issue of royalty NFT. So if you want to postpone, like me, I have issue with my royalty NFT. I have it. I have it too. I have it also. There's no way it can be solved by 2024 ending. People will still be solving this issue. So what will happen is, let's keep this ball rolling. Start this game. Start it. Let's start it. Let's not wait till we solve the problem. There's no way you can solve the problem. There's no way.
Mr. Emmanuel,
right?
Mr. Emmanuel, with regards to the payment, if you were with us when we started, like I told you, the first payment was scheduled to happen this week, actually. But we also receive feedback from the community. We have your community write to us on a day-to-day basis. So we don't just receive the arrest, we also listen to the community. Many leaders who are also working actively, many of them have, written to plead that at least we should give them 1 to 2 weeks extra because of their team members that are facing all these issues, because they don't want their team members to be left behind. So sometimes we don't just want to take decision, even arbitrarily, because we understand what is at stake at the moment. Even though we are not going to wait forever to deal with all the issues before the payment comes, but at least a little time has been allowed so that these people who have actually submitted their tickets to technical support will receive fair hearing, and if possible they may be able to take part in the first payment of royalty. But if at the end of the day, within the deadline, we are not able to meet up, fully resolve all the cases, definitely the payment will come, because it's not going to be a one-off payment. Those who cannot meet up with the first batch, subsequently they are going to, whenever they meet up with their reputation, they are going to join the payment process.
We have to teach to all the people, all the community, not only on the big leaders. Emmanuel, try to understand. There are people, normal people, usual users, that did very big work to achieve their NFT and to achieve their status. And now they are waiting for their first for programmer to resolve their case. We have to think to the whole community, Emmanuel.
Okay, thank you. To add to some of the things that has been said by our Metaforce admin team already, you need to understand that Metaforce has different team responsible for different operations. For example, the admin team, the help desk, the development team. It doesn't mean that one team is doing everything. They are, as we are talking right now, the developing team are working. As we are talking right now, the help team are working. But at the same time, you need to understand the nature of the load of work each of these teams is handling, because the situation we are in right now is something that all of us are facing. The NFTs, I can tell you, almost all that means, if not all, are also having problems with NFTs. Okay, so you look at these people are trying to solve these problems one after the other. The sensitivity of these issues is not something you can just debug one script and the script solve every problem at the same time. It's not possible. Even if 100 staffs are on the help desk, even if Metaforce employs 100 staff on the help desk, all the 100 cannot rectify. These cases are taken to a central database and they are sorted one after the other individually, because each of these cases is unique and the system has to attend to each of the cases based on what the fault is. Not one process. It is not one process. So if you can listen right now, a lot of people are bringing different issues pertaining to the NFT. So each of these cases is being attended on its own basis, and these things is solved one after the other. Manually. So because it's done manually, because if they want to do automated, the automated was already done, and you can see what happened. It was not able to give us exactly what we want, because automation cannot solve all human problems. There has to be some element of human intervention to solve real life problems. So in this case right now, we've added the automation, and now we are going to scrutinize with the manual process to ensure that everyone is treated fair and right. And so this thing takes time. Like you said, it's going to take time, but that doesn't mean we have to wait till when you said. So we are ensuring that we can make it up and the system program works. The only thing I can advise the community is not to allow this royalty NFT to kill our passion. Metaforce is a very beautiful project. And in future, I am not directly involved in development. I don't know how development is done. I'm not saying this because but I'm telling you, in the future, the vision I'm seeing in Metaforce is going to be something like one we said, Adipin, I wasn't in Metaforce, man, I would have actually done something bad to myself because I've missed something in life. So let us not allow this particular setback to become a barrier to barrier us from seeing the vision and creating a mission behind the vision, because we all know that when you have a vision for something and you don't back it up with action and a prospective mission, you cannot achieve anything. So we should also encourage ourselves. At the same time, while waiting for royalty NFT, let us be concerned with what are the next steps we can take to build our business. We've taken into consideration all your comments with respect to Metaforce and trying to promote other things like the tactile, like it was recommended by other person. We've also heard your need for Metaforce to speed up the process of rectifying the royalty NFT and of course the payment. We have taken all these things into consideration, and as usual, we always forward these to the respective teams, and then we also make sure that we monitor these updates from time to time. We remind these people that this particular update has not been resolved. If you ask any of these admin, you can discover that we keep asking the same question over and over again till we get answers. The way you are struggling for answers, we also ensure that we don't sleep. We can stay sometimes till 3 a.m. just to get answers. So we are doing a lot of things to ensure that we are moving together. And of course, we are moving together. Meanwhile, like I said, we cannot answer all the questions. We are humans. We have other things to do. I personally, I attend more than meetings like this, more than 8 in a day. And most times, sometimes I cannot meet up with all of them. And I'm very sure most of that admin today experience the same thing. So we cannot stay here for longer than the time that we can, in as much as we love you and we want to do that, but we will have to reserve other questions for our next AMA. So thank you so much. I think I would love to give the admins opportunity to give a closing remark, and in less than a minute, you have something to say, you can say it now and we can wrap it up. Thank you so much.
Yes, for me, I don't really have much, but I just want to reassure the community once again to understand that this platform is not only decentralized. Everything we do, we try as much as possible to be as fair as possible to everyone. Even this issue of royalty NFT, you are not alone. You know, even I can assure you that almost every one of the admins are also affected. You know, some of us also bought some, apart from the one we got from our own activities, we also bought from OpenSea. I have a Pro Manager NFT that is 0%. is 0%. I have so many managers that are, 80%. I have a supervisor, 80%. I have even a lot of activators, 75%. In addition to my activity, there are some that we bought from OpenSea. So I'm not going to say, okay, because you are an admin, then you should get 100%. No, I'm telling you that a pro manager is a 0%. So we have other admins also. They will tell you that some of the ones they bought from OpenSea, many of them they have less than 100% reputation. There are some of them 0%. So and we know that this NFT we bought from the OpenSea. So you're not going to blame the system. So there is nothing that is done to disenfranchise anybody. The system is fair. We all have equal opportunity. So it's not just affecting you and maybe it's benefiting another person. No. For those for those NFT you got from your actual activity, from your own account activities, and you have any case, you can take it up. But for the one you bought from the OpenSea, you don't know how some of those NFTs, we are actually charged. They came about. So whatever it is, the system, the programmers who are experts in this area, they have done everything possible to ensure that the system is fair and that the value of this NFT is fully restored. So you have to take your position. Either you upgrade your reputation to 100% so that you can also benefit from it, or you can decompose it and whatever you are giving, you can take it from there. So you're not going to blame the system.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Sabina, you have anything to say?
Nothing, only that, so at the end of everything, we really are with you. I mean, we are you. You are us, and us is you. This is the resume of everything.
Thank you so much, Sabina. Vema, you have anything to say? Final words?
Yeah, it was indeed a very great season, and I hope that most of the contestants have got their answers, the questions that were bothering them, and the whole webinar, I think, have cleared their doubts, and they will be looking forward to work positively for the great success together. And everyone, I would like to say that we are in this together, and we are with you, folks.
Sorry, last thing to get very quickly. Sorry, Smart. I would like to send greetings from Alina, which had problem with video and she couldn't, and with Telegram today, and she couldn't be with us, but she's with us, yeah, as well. So greetings from Alina. Oh, Alina.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Oh, you're here.
Okay.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Verma.
Yes, Alina, good to see you again.
Thank you.
See you, Alina.
Thank you, lady. Thank you, Lady Alina. So once again, it's good to have you on our AMA Live with Metaforce team. Today we had spoken more on a special update and review, and we make a special case study on the royalty NFTs and what is expected. I would love to advise you to take an opportunity, every single opportunity serious. One thing you need to know that you need to be able to see the vision of creating value and adopting what people don't believe in. The greatest achievement you can have is when you believe in what many people would not want to believe, and you create value for that thing. That is what we call you have unlocked the secret of wealth. In a moment where a lot of people are not believing in something, and you decide to believe in that thing and give reasons for the value of that thing to come out, you have created what is called wealth. I would advise everyone to take an opportunity in Metaforce, despite the challenges, and build your way to success. Thank you for having us today on this AMA. Stay tuned for our next session and our next edition on AMA Live. We are with you first.
And finally, just before you go, also take time to follow updates in the official channel. Most times we post updates, and after this AMA session, we are still going to share some of these questions that were raised here and some of the responses. We'll not be able to take all the questions, but go back to the official channel, go through all the questions and the responses from the officials.
Thank you. Bye-bye.